Hey guys, happy Tuesday and happy day 5 of Complicated Knots, 7 days of crochet. So I got up this morning and I checked out the new project for the day, and it is that adorable iguana. I love iguanas, but I guess I love all animals, so I was excited about that one. And I picked out the color I'm going to use, and it is this green, and it kind of does have like a little bluish tint to it. It's not like a super green, but I don't know. I thought this would look nice. I was going to use that cotton yarn that I used to make like my hair that I have on my desk, but I couldn't find it. And I just kind of didn't feel like going through totes of yarn looking for it. And while I was kind of just like peeking through, I saw this one, and it's a small amount. So I thought, hey, this would be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get started following the pattern. I'm really excited to see how those little spikies are going to work up and see what that's going to be like. I'm just loving the project so far. I have all of my projects back here that I've made for this challenge. So the first ones that I made two of them because they were just my favorite animal, the little capybaras, and oh, I just love these. These are still my favorite project from the 7 days so far. Second project was the macaw parrot, and I love him. At first, I wasn't so happy with his beak, but the more I look at it, I think he's cute, so I love him too. Uh, day Day 3 was a piranha fish, and this by far was the most challenging one, especially because it had all these color changes. And then I made a really bad decision to use really thin thread, so that made it kind of challenging to work with, but I still think he's cute. And then yesterday's project for day 4 was the little taper. And again, this is another one I had a lot of fun with, especially since the body was more of a basic shape. There weren't a ton of color changes, so that kind of felt nice. So yeah, these are my projects, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on making the iguana to add on to it. All right, so this is where I'm at so far, and this little guy is giving me a challenge. The main thing I think was so tough so far, at the bottom there are some, what are they called, back post single crochets. Those aren't fun. My fingers were really struggling trying to get that stitch done. And I love these baubles for the eyes, or actually I think these are like the cheek pouch, maybe. I think these are actually the little cheek pockets, maybe. Because I think the eyes are going to be the safety eyes. But man, I had to get 5 loops on my hook to make these, and that was kind of tough. And I actually had to start over because when I was doing the little spikes, yeah, I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention because my spikes were on the inside, and I tried to use my crochet hook to pull them to the outside, but yeah, I got them all out of shape. So I went ahead and just started again the correct way. And yeah, so this one's a challenge. So I'm going to keep working on it, and once I have a little bit more done, I'll check in with you guys again. Okay, I just finished my iguana. So this is how he turned out. So you probably noticed I did not record very much of me making this project. And the reason was this little guy was a challenge. Out of all of the projects that I made so far for this 7-day challenge, this was by far the most difficult for me. You know, I thought when I went into this, I was thinking today would be really easy because there are no color changes, but yeah, I was wrong. And I went ahead and for this project, I used just a regular acrylic yarn. I'm guessing this is maybe a Karen 1 pound leftover. Not sure though. I kind of wanted to use a cotton for this project, and I'm really happy I didn't because I think the cotton would have just been, it would have been too much for me to work with. Like it would have been just too firm. Like, well, I guess it just would have been kind of like it wouldn't have any give. So I think that would have been even more challenging. So probably choosing this was a really good choice. And the reason this was so challenging for me, I think the main thing was the mouth, doing those, oh, I can never remember what they're called. Back post single crochets. And my mouth still came out kind of crooked, so he has a crooked little smile. Those things were a challenge. The little feet, those were a challenge. The tail, because it's so skinny, was a super challenge as well. But I'm really happy I stuck with it. You know, if I was just crocheting this project just from a book, just from doing it just to make it, I probably would have stopped halfway through this one, but since it was for the 7 days of crochet challenge, I wanted to make sure that I did finish it. So it took me a while. And for this one, I went back and I tried to do the whites of the eyes. And I like that look for this one. I think it came out good. I didn't do the eyelids. I kind of thought about doing the eyelids because I did change it up and do eyelids for the taper, and I love that look so much. But I wanted to do something a little different for this one and just do the whites of the eyes. So this is my final project. I think I like him. He was a challenge, but I do like him. So these are the first 5 days done, so that means there are 2 days left. I'm going to be a little bit sad when this week-long challenge actually ends because I'm really enjoying these projects. Doing one project a day like this is so much fun. Even though they're small, they do take quite a bit of time, but I'm really, really enjoying it. So probably after this challenge, I might take some time to try to find, another crochet along, and if I can't find another crochet along, maybe I'll try making one up for myself to follow. But yeah, so that is going to be it for me today. I have all of my little critters here. Love them all so much. I'm having just so much fun with them. So I'm going to head off, get my dinner, and get some crochet in on my, probably, what am I going to work on? I feel like I'm going to work on my cardigan tonight. So yeah, going to get some crochet done on my cardigan. And as always, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and all that. It brings me so much joy to hear from you guys. And that's going to be it for me. So love you guys and see you guys soon. Bye guys.